Hello, dear friends. Today I want to talk to us about another topic that will benefit us as we go through our journey of pregnancy. And today I want to talk about a topic entitled difficult labor. More specifically, I want to talk about obstructed labor. I will try and make this discussion devoid of technical terms so that it will be easy for all of us to understand. And it's also important to understand some of the ways we can prevent difficult labor. Okay, so let's talk about obstructed labor. Now, obstructed labor is any form of obstruction or hindrance to the safe passage of the baby through the birth canal. Okay, so anything that makes it difficult, that creates any form of hindrance to the safe passage of the baby through the birth canal. And one of the commonest reasons for this is a term we call cephalo or fetal-pelvic disproportion. I'll break it down so that it'll be easy for us to understand. And this is a situation in which the baby and the mother are not properly fit together in terms of the size of the maternal pelvis compared to the size of the part of the baby that is presenting. If it is baby's head that is presenting, that is baby's head that is coming out first, it is called cephalopelvic disproportion. If the baby's bone that is coming out first, we call it as fetal-pelvic disproportion, which is really the general term. Now, why would this occur? Now, if the baby is so big, baby is too big for the mother, that this baby has grown so big to a size that is difficult for the baby to go through the mother's pelvis, this will cause cephalopelvic disproportion. Or if the size of the mother's pelvis is relatively small compared to the baby, so this will cause cephalopelvic disproportion, and this will give rise to obstructed labor. Another way obstructed labor can manifest is if the baby is not lying in the proper direction that the baby should lie. You expect a baby to lie in a direction where the head is facing downwards. But in some cases, some babies will lie across the mother's pelvic, and that will also prevent the baby from coming down through the birth passage safely. When babies lie in a transverse lie position, or baby are even in an oblique lie position, or even when babies are just generally awkward in the way they are trying to navigate the birth canal of the mother, this will cause obstructed labor. Also, in a situation where there's a pelvic deformity, probably the woman has had an accident before in the past, and the bone formation did not form the way it should be during the healing process, that can also cause cephalopelvic disproportion and eventually lead to obstructed labor. And more importantly, what are the things we should do to anticipate obstructed labor? It's important to anticipate because the best way to approach obstetric challenges or challenges with pregnancy and delivery is to anticipate and prevent. Now, when a woman is generally of a small size, a woman who is less than 150 meters or 150 centimeters in height, or what we call 1.50 meters in height, that woman is at risk of having obstructed labor. It's better to anticipate that and prevent it from occurring. When we anticipate obstructed labor, we don't allow the women go into labor. We plan their delivery safely through the abdominal route. So those are the kind of women that we counsel very early to have an elective C-section. Okay, it's also important for you to register your pregnancy early so that your caregiver will evaluate your risk of obstructed labor and advise you on the safest route for you to deliver. More also, we use things like ultrasound scan. We also use ways like clinical ways to determine the size of the baby. If we anticipate that the baby is going to be very big, a baby that is going to weigh 4.0 kilograms at birth, we know that the risk of obstructed labor is going to be high. So we are going to anticipate that and prevent it by telling the woman to go for a C-section instead of going through the process of labor. Now, in the instances where the cephalopelvic disproportion is detected while you are in labor, the woman is already in labor, and the caregiver has examined you and discovered that there's cephalopelvic disproportion and there's obstructed labor already taking place, we will go straight for an emergency cesarean section. Now, I want to warn that if your caregiver counsels you to have cesarean section because he or she is anticipating obstructed labor, or he or she has diagnosed obstructed labor in the process of labor, please cooperate with your caregiver and go for C-section, because that's the safest way to deliver when there is obstructed labor. If this is not done, it can lead to the death of the baby and even the death of the mother. So it could be a very serious complication. One of the commonest reasons why women used to die in labor in the past. But thankfully, we're able to anticipate it and prevent it. So the bottom line is register for your pregnancy early, attend your antenatal, listen to the wise counsel of your caregivers, then we're able to navigate through the difficult challenge of obstructed labor. Thank you for listening. Bye until we see you again.